Alright guys, we are live here in the backyard. First and foremost, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to everybody. I'm sitting in my little stool chair here, so pardon the lighting. Let me see if I could, pardon the lighting. But anyway, we are here the last day of the year, the very last day of the year. I just went through what I'd like to call the holiday market gauntlet from the beginning of November up until 2 weeks ago. I was ripping and running, doing markets and shows and all types of stuff like that. But we made it to Christmas. I'm alive and well. So we're here in the backyard right now. While I was doing the markets and everything like that, I just was kind of reflecting on the year I've had for Backyard Crafts as far as the business goes. Reflecting, thinking ahead what I wanted to do going forward for the business and everything like that. And so today I asked asked myself the question: what are 5 things, or what are some things that I've learned this past year in doing business, taking the business a lot more serious, being more punctual and things like that with Backyard Crafts. So I took away 5 things, and I just wanted to share them with you all. Hopefully they're of help to you or of use to you, but I know for myself, going into the new year, that they're going to really help me a lot as far as these things. So let me grab my bulbs right behind me. Grab a toothpick while I'm at it. I don't know if you guys ever... I love these things. These toothpicks, oh, they're the best. I forgot to light my candle. My cousin, she sells candles. Serenity Candle Company. That's a little product plug right there for you. Where's my other lighter? Hold on 1 second. We'll get into, once I get this lit, sorry. We'll get into the alright. Joke's on me. Oh, there it is. Got my lighter. There we go. Get it smelling nice and fresh in the garage while we're in here. Alright. There we go. Yeah. Got the candle. Let me get that in the camera. Do a little product placement there. Yeah. Alright, where's my book? Alright. So, this is really in no particular order. This is one of the first things, though, that I wrote down. The first thing is go outside. I know every marketing guru is going to tell you you need social media. If you're not on social media, your business is going to fail. I know that. But social media, in my opinion, and there's going to be someone to prove me wrong, but in my opinion, social media is a big part of your business, especially if you're a new business. But it's not the say-all, be-all. There are thousands of businesses that you walk past every single day that people are looking for your skill, your talent, or whatever the case is, and they're not on social media because, 1, they might be a little older and they don't really want to deal with that, or 2, they don't know how to use it. And so they're waiting for someone to literally walk through their door and say, hey, I do this service. Hey, I have this product. Prime example, for myself, 2 years ago, I went on ahead and I was canvassing some businesses in the Philadelphia area. What I decided to do was I went to a bunch of different cigar lounges, showing them the ashtrays that I make. The one, I'll say I went to like 5 in one day, and they all told me no. But the 6th one, he's like, dude, I need 6 of these ashtrays. Like, these things are amazing. And that's just one example of going outside, and I was blessed for that business deal to happen. But social media, again, is not the say all be all, and I know there's going to be someone to say, Andre, shut up, you don't know what you're talking about, but it's not. So I want you to understand that going outside, finding businesses and doing events that cause you to kind of be more face to face with customers is going to help you out a lot. Because the thing is that social media, for 1, is becoming oversaturated. But for 2, as a creative, it does play. Sometimes you post something and you don't get the likes and views you thought you should get. It does start to play a little bit on your confidence. And then 3, you're putting your artwork or your product out in this world of I don't know how many people are on social media, and you really just need a small amount of people for your business to be fruitful. You really just need a small amount of people for them to engage with your product. And there's two things. You're swimming to find the customer, and with social media, they're swimming to find you. And by them swimming to find you, they often get distracted. You think about how many times you look for one video and you ended up down a rabbit hole. So this isn't a knock on social media or anything like that, but the overall point here is get your butt outside. Some way, shape, or form, with your business name on your shirt. Go canvas some buildings that are in the area around you, but just get outside. And number two that I wrote down, something that has really helped me out this year, honestly. Getting around as much as you can. I mean, it's kind of the same as getting outside, but this is more so getting around like-minded individuals as much as possible. As much as you can, get around like-minded individuals. I don't care, if you're in the same industry, whether you do hair, get around more people that have hair businesses. If you do crochet, get around more people that crochet. If you can't get around people that specifically do what you do, get around people that are just like-minded in the sense of they're either an entrepreneur or a business owner as often as you can. For me this year, I've done that, and the stories that I've heard have been a lot of encouragement to me. Even some of the things that people have gone through, I've been able to take them and say, okay, well, this person said they made this mistake doing this. Maybe I'll try to avoid that. But as much as possible, get around like-minded individuals, because it will do, for me, it has done a tremendous thing. Me and my buddy, we went down to InvestFest this year. If you don't know what InvestFest is, that is basically a investing in business festival. There's just a plethora of information down there. But you hear from guys like 50 Cent, you hear from Steve Hart, like all big business moguls, intermediate business moguls, and people that just kind of broke through that to that next level. But as you're walking around these big rooms, at the convention center, you start to hear stories and talk to people, and just about what's going on in their lives. And again, you gain information, you give wisdom, you get wisdom, and it's really awesome. And one of the cool things about being at InvestFest, or really any networking event or anything that you have to pay to be at, is that that the individuals there are serious about it because they took the time to put money out. So now you're around someone that paid the same amount as you to get into an event, so they're serious. And that's another, you can connect with them. There's all types of things that kind of go when you're around like-minded individuals, no matter what realm it is, whether it be business, spirituality, religion, or whatever. When you're around like-minded individuals, it really helps you out. And I found that for myself this year, that being around people that have the same drive and energy as me, or even more, has really helped me step my game up. So number three, I need to learn how to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, not 1, 2, 4. This one's a little icky, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's a little ugly, but we're gonna get into it. Stick with me, right? How you view business is how you do business. And this came to me. Me and my father, we own an auto repair shop. I've been an automotive technician for 14 years. And just this year, last 2 years, I'll say, rather, I really have been more confident in how I charge. And beforehand, when you do business, if you are a business and you are not a non-profit business, you are in business for profit. You are not in business to help people. Now, you might say, Andre, that's ugly. No, but listen to me. You started your business, you researched the industry, you created a product, you created a service, that you said, I can put food on my family's table, I can take vacations if I charge this much. When you're constantly helping people and you're a for-profit business, what happens, can happen, what's I've seen happen personally and with running the shop, is you get to a point where you kind of get fed up because you can't take help to the bank or can't take thank you to the banks. And then on top of that, you really don't have loyal customers. You have customers that are loyal to them knowing that you're giving them a cheap deal. And then when it comes time, when you get fed up and you decide, hey, I have to charge what the market is charging, or I have to charge a little bit more than what I've been charging because I can't keep helping people out, those customers that you were helping out, they disappear because they never were loyal. They were loyal to getting what you were giving them for free or cheap, but they were never loyal to your service per se. They were loyal to the outcome for them. So I say all that to say, how you view business is how you do business. If you keep telling yourself, oh, I just want to help people, become a nonprofit, because it's going to be a lot less stressful for you, because you don't have to necessarily look for that money coming from a customer. There's funding you can go about getting and stuff like that. But if you're a for-profit business, now obviously, if you're a business owner, we're in a position to bless others. We are, and you have to be able to use discernment. Not every situation is meant for you to help someone. Not every situation is meant for you to take the short end of the stick. There'll be times where oh, okay, hey, yeah, you know what, this one's on me, or I got you this time. But you are in business to make profit. You're in business to make money. I'm not afraid to say it. You shouldn't be afraid to say it. I've had to learn that this year. I'm in business to make money. I have food I got to put on the table for my family, and I got 2 cats. They got to eat too. So with all that being said, every time you help someone and you just keep helping and helping, but you're behind on bills, you're behind on things, it's damning to your business, honestly. So what I've learned, the reverse to that is collect what you can, collect what is on an honest scale, collect what you think your service is worth, collect what you think your product is worth. There's nothing wrong with that. But now on the back end of that, now you've put yourself in a position where you can say, hey, I'm going to buy a family 10 turkeys this year. Hey, you know what? I'm going to buy toys for Christmas for the kids, or help families in need. But it's easier to do those type of things when you've been paid correctly for your services and products. Now, a lot of people might not like that part right there, but it's the truth of it. If you're in business, for-profit business, you're in business to make money. And you're not in business to help people. Now, your product or service may solve problems for people, and that's a whole nother rabbit hole we can go down. But you have to get paid for what you do, and that's just honestly the truth of it. Number 4, the number 4 thing that I've learned this year is give yourself grace. I've been going to the gym for about a year and a half. Right in the middle of October, my knees, I'm becoming an old man, I guess. My knees and my body was really, really aching. And so I missed a few days, and I was getting really upset about it. And then I went back to the gym, but then my knee was really bothering me again. So I said, you know what? Going into what I was talking about earlier, just kind of having the bunch of events that I had coming up and everything, I said, I'm just going to take, honestly, pretty much the rest of the year off, and put more energy into what I have to do as far as getting ready for these events and stuff like that. Because I never actually did this amount of events back to back the way I did it. So saying all that to say, at first I was upset with myself, like, oh, here I am slipping down that slope again, where, I say, I'm doing something consistently, then I stop. But I just stopped and give myself grace. For one, my body was telling me, like, look, bro, you do another squat, your knees, you're not going to have no more knees. And 2, I had to kind of prioritize something else ahead of, me going to the gym and stuff like that. And I was a little down about it, but then I said, no, for one, I've been consistent for a year and a half. So we know now that I like going to the gym, or I proved to myself for a year and a half I can go straight without necessarily needing a break. You know. Two, on top of that, I know that for me, going to the gym is part of my life. So where the grace comes in at is just that. We're like, wait a minute, Dre. You are, you know all these things. You like the gym. You've been consistent with it. Your body is telling you to slow down. And I know, the mental toughness guys, no, just fight through it. But, your body is telling you to slow down. And then you have things that are coming up that really won't allow you to necessarily give you the rest and stuff that you need to do the gym, do all that stuff. So I kind of had to prioritize. And just giving yourself grace all around. Listen, consistency is awesome. You're going to mess up. You might stop doing something for a year or start doing something for a year. Something happens where that consistency gets messed up. Give yourself grace. I had to learn that this year. I'm human, and that's just what it is. That's how it goes. There's nothing I can do my best to make sure issues don't happen, so that way I can be able to continue to do things or be consistent. But sometimes life does get in the way. Sometimes you physically or mentally do just need a break, and that's okay. You're human. Give yourself grace. You are not a robot. All right. Number 4, and I actually just thought about this today. I'm sorry, number 5. I know, sorry, can't count again. I don't know what's going on. Number 5, and I just wrote this down today. I found for myself this year that living in between delusion and reality, that's where my best creativity lives. Living in between, there's a sweet spot between reality and delusion, and my best creativity, some of my best work has come when I've worked in that sweet spot between the two. Prime example, in doing these events that I had coming up, every event I get really antsy, and I'm like, I gotta make something new for this event. And in the past, I've stayed up till 2, 3 in the morning. Wake up super early, wake up at 5 to go get more, to finish the projects I got painted, or there's something I wasn't able to do because I stayed up and the stores were closed. And I would get the projects done. But what I knew looking at some of the projects in my heart was it wasn't the finished product that I wanted. And so what that was is, for me in my mind, is that I oftentimes live closer to the delusion. Oh, I can do that in 2 hours. And often some things you can get done really fast or in a short amount of time. But the reality of what I was realizing is that it wasn't my best work. I wasn't pleased with it. I wanted to see a little bit more detail. I wanted to see a little bit more this or that, or the paint didn't dry, and I would pick up the project and forget the paint didn't dry, and now my handprints are on the paint, or dirt gets in the paint. And so what's been working for me is living in that sweet spot, taking on a project that I've never seen before, and after I can make that. It's in my head. And then living in reality. Okay, well, we can make it, but let's do these steps. And that's been helping me. I made a coffee table, finished that up in May, and one of my products I'm most proud of, projects that I'm most proud of that I made, because it was really me taking my time. It was really me. I wrote down the dimensions. I wrote down the colors I wanted. I wrote down, took the time to kind of write out some blueprints and, just kind of what I really wanted as far as the end product. And to see that product come to life was just like, oh, wow. And the delusion on that project was I've never seen a coffee table like that before. And they were also saying to myself that, hey, I can make this. And the reality is I could make it. But what even helped me more was living into a part of reality where I said, hey, you know what? Let me draw this out. Let me take my time with it. Before I start, let me see if I can even find it in my book, because I wrote it down. Where are you? Is it? No. Where is it? Where what it is because I wrote you in this book. Come on. Alright. I wrote it in this book. This is my projects book. It says projects and ideas book. I wrote it down in here somewhere. But anyway, just seeing that that physical product actually come to life with what we wrote down, and again, kind of just living in that bit of a sweet spot of, okay, this is the delusional side, this is the reality side, and somewhere in between there, that's where I'm getting my best work. So I'm going to say I appreciate you tuning in. Listen, it's New Year's Eve. I hope everybody has a great, awesome, safe New Year's. We're going into 2025. Tomorrow is the new year. This year for me, 2024, I started the year off with this being a year of movement for me. Me just taking steps that I've never done before. Doing certain things I've never done, kind of stepping out of my comfort zone. This year, 2025, is still the same thing. This is a year of movement for me, but this is going to be a year of precise movement and intentional movement. I said a joke to myself earlier in my head. Basically, like, the way gas prices are, there's no reason for me not to be moving intentional. I'm taking this year, I'm actually taking a very huge step business-wise, and it's quite scary, but there's true intent behind it. There's measured steps. It's a big step, but I have to make this move. I just hope that anyone going into 2025 with the thought process of moving, I hope that you're moving with intent. I hope you're moving with precision. I hope this is just a year that, with that movement, that you finally get some of those things that you've been after for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and log off. I wish you a happy New Year's. Happy New Year's. I hope 2025 is awesome to you, whether you're starting a new business, whatever you're doing positive for 2025. I hope it all works out for you. And let's keep swinging the hammer and let's get to it, baby. Happy New Year's.